Article 410(16)(a) of the National Electrical Code states that equipment shall be designed for the specific conditions of use, including safeguarding against personal injury. Article 410(16)(b) states that equipment listed and installed in accordance with instructions included in a listing or labeling shall be considered acceptable. However, equipment installed in accordance with this code shall also be considered acceptable. Article 301(b) states that the provisions of this code are not intended to apply to the utilization of electric circuits for signaling systems such as remote control, intercommunications, and public address systems, under conditions that do not involve any hazard to the wiring system or the equipment connected thereto. While the National Electrical Code does not specifically prohibit hanging items from light fixtures and conduit, it does require that equipment, including lighting fixtures, be designed for the specific conditions of use, including safeguarding against personal injury. The National Electrical Code also recognizes that equipment listed and installed in accordance with manufacturer's instructions is acceptable. Most light fixture manufacturers do not approve of hanging items from their fixtures, as they can create a hazard by damaging the fixture, wires, or connections. Therefore, while the National Electrical Code does not explicitly address this issue, the following recommendations are supported by code principles. Firstly, do not hang items from light fixtures or conduit. Secondly, if items must be displayed, use appropriate mounting or hanging systems designed for the purpose. Thirdly, when inspecting buildings, make note of any instances of items hanging from light fixtures or conduit and recommend corrective action. It is crucial to understand the underlying principles of the National Electrical Code to ensure electrical safety and compliance. The code emphasizes that all electrical equipment must be used in a manner that safeguards against personal injury and property damage. This principle extends to the installation and use of lighting fixtures and conduit systems. While the code may not explicitly forbid hanging items, its general provisions and the specific requirements for equipment usage strongly suggest that this practice should be avoided. The primary concern is the potential for creating hazards. Hanging items from light fixtures or conduit can introduce several risks. Firstly, it can damage the fixture itself. The added weight can stress the fixture's mounting hardware, causing it to loosen or break over time. This can lead to the fixture falling, posing a direct physical danger to individuals in the area. Secondly, the wiring within the fixture can be compromised. The added weight or movement of the hanging items can strain the wires and connections, potentially causing them to loosen or break. This can lead to electrical shorts, which can result in fires or electric shocks. Thirdly, the integrity of the conduit system can be affected. Conduit is designed to protect electrical wiring from physical damage and environmental factors. Hanging items from conduit can create stress points, potentially damaging the conduit and exposing the wiring to hazards. In addition to these physical risks, hanging items from light fixtures or conduit can also create a fire hazard. The added weight can cause the fixture to overheat, especially if it is not designed to support the extra load. This overheating can ignite nearby combustible materials, leading to a fire. Furthermore, the hanging items themselves may be flammable, increasing the risk of a fire spreading rapidly. The National Electrical Code emphasizes the importance of following manufacturers' instructions for the installation and use of electrical equipment. These instructions are based on thorough testing and engineering analysis to ensure that the equipment operates safely and reliably. Most light fixture manufacturers do not approve of hanging items from their fixtures because it can compromise the fixture's structural integrity and electrical safety. By disregarding these instructions, individuals are increasing the risk of accidents and potential harm. It is important to note that even if the National Electrical Code does not explicitly prohibit a specific practice, it is still the responsibility of individuals to exercise caution and common sense. If a practice appears to be unsafe or potentially hazardous, it should be avoided. In the case of hanging items from light fixtures or conduit, the potential risks far outweigh any perceived benefits. Therefore, it is a best practice to avoid this practice and instead use appropriate mounting or hanging systems that are designed for the purpose. When inspecting buildings, it is important to be vigilant and identify any instances of items hanging from light fixtures or conduit. These situations should be documented and brought to the attention of the building owner or manager. Corrective action should be recommended to remove the hanging items and install appropriate mounting systems. By taking these steps, individuals can help to ensure the safety of building occupants and prevent potential accidents. In summary, while the National Electrical Code may not explicitly prohibit hanging items from light fixtures or conduit, its underlying principles and the potential risks associated with this practice strongly suggest that it should be avoided. The Code emphasizes the importance of using electrical equipment in a safe and responsible manner, following manufacturers' instructions and exercising caution and common sense. By adhering to these principles, individuals can help to create a safer environment for themselves and others. It is important to use appropriate mounting or hanging systems that are designed for the purpose. There are a variety of options available depending on the type of item being displayed and the specific requirements of the installation. For example, artwork can be hung using picture hooks or wire systems that are specifically designed for hanging art. Posters can be displayed using poster frames or adhesive strips that are designed to be easily removed without damaging the wall. It is important to choose mounting systems that are appropriate for the weight and size of the item being displayed and to follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation. By using appropriate mounting systems, individuals can ensure that items are displayed safely and securely without compromising the integrity of the electrical system. It is also important to consider the aesthetic impact of the mounting system. Choose systems that are visually appealing and complement the overall design of the space. Avoid using mounting systems that are bulky or obtrusive, as they can detract from the appearance of the displayed items. In addition to using appropriate mounting systems, it is also important to maintain a safe distance between the displayed items and any electrical equipment. Avoid placing items too close to light fixtures, conduit, or electrical panels, as this can create a fire hazard or interfere with the operation of the equipment. Maintain a clearance of at least 3 feet around electrical equipment to ensure that it is easily accessible for maintenance and repairs. It is also important to be aware of the potential for electrical shock when working near electrical equipment. Never touch electrical equipment with wet hands, and always use insulated tools when working on electrical circuits. If you are not comfortable working with electrical equipment, it is best to call a qualified electrician to perform the work. In addition to these safety precautions, it is also important to be aware of the local electrical codes and regulations. These codes may vary depending on the location, and it is important to comply with them to ensure that the electrical system is safe and compliant. Contact the local building department or electrical inspector to obtain information about the applicable codes and regulations. By following these guidelines, individuals can help to ensure that items are displayed safely and securely, without compromising the integrity of the electrical system or creating a safety hazard. It is important to prioritize safety and compliance when working with electrical equipment, and to always exercise caution and common sense. The National Electrical Code serves as a comprehensive guide for the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems. While it may not explicitly address every possible scenario, its underlying principles provide a framework for making informed decisions about electrical safety. By understanding these principles and applying them to specific situations, individuals can help to create a safer environment for themselves and others. When in doubt, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer to ensure that the electrical system is installed and maintained in accordance with the National Electrical Code and other applicable regulations. This is especially important when dealing with complex electrical systems or when making modifications to existing systems. A qualified electrician or electrical engineer can provide expert advice and guidance to ensure that the work is done safely and correctly. In addition to the National Electrical Code, there are other resources available to help individuals learn more about electrical safety. The Electrical Safety Foundation International is a non-profit organization that provides educational materials and resources on electrical safety. Their website is org offers a wealth of information on topics such as electrical safety in the home, workplace, and community. The National Fire Protection Association also offers a variety of training programs and educational materials on electrical safety. Their website, nfpa.org, provides information on the National Electrical Code and other fire safety standards. By taking advantage of these resources, individuals can increase their knowledge of electrical safety and make more informed decisions about electrical installations and maintenance. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. By working together, individuals, businesses, and organizations can help to create a safer environment for everyone. Remember, the National Electrical Code is a living document that is constantly evolving to reflect new technologies and best practices. It is important to stay up to date on the latest changes to the code to ensure that electrical systems are installed and maintained in accordance with the latest requirements. Subscribing to industry publications and attending training seminars are excellent ways to stay informed about the latest developments in electrical safety. And above all, when working with electrical systems, prioritize safety, exercise caution, and always consult with a qualified professional when needed.